Last class we have discussed about
This call is now being recorded.
strings, right? Strings. What is one string? String is nothing but a collection of characters, right? Collection of characters is nothing but strings, and we have discussed that in Python we are not having explicitly characters. Even characters will also be considered as single character will be considered as single character will be considered as string of length 1. Okay. So now, for example, we are having a string like s. Let us say the name as str is the name of the string, and I am assigning welcome here. I am initializing this string with the value welcome. So it will be stored as different cells. How many cells will be created with this particular string? How many cells? As we are having length of the string as 7, so 7 cells will be created. Each cell we will differentiate from other by using index. The index starts from 0. Now if you try to print str of 2, what will be printed?
L.
Please respond, ma. L.
L.
Yes, sir. L.
But L, sir.
Yeah. Suppose we wanted to print the last two characters, or last character we wanted to print, then how we can print str of strike?
-1.
Str of
-1.
Yeah, directly we can specify -1 without counting 1, 2, 3 like that. What will be the index directly? If you wanted to count from right, then we can use -1. Next, if you wanted to print third character from the last, then
Sir, -3.
-3.
-3. So like this, we could able to print characters. Next, we have seen the range. By specifying the range, we could able to display. Like suppose we wanted to display first 3 characters, then how we can print? str of, that is a string name, then first 3 characters. So from which index? 0 to 0 to
4.
0. No, 0 to what is the index? First 3 characters we wanted to print. So first 3 characters in the sense 0, 1, 2 up
0
to
to
2.
0
So
to
after
2.
in the sense we have to specify up to 2 in the sense we have to specify 0 to 3.
3.
Yeah. Whenever we specify 0 to 3, then 3 will not be included, but 0 will be included. So 0, 1, 2, these 3 characters will be printed. That is the meaning of this range. Okay, by specifying the range, that is 0 to 3, we are printing 0, 1, 2. 3 will not be included. Similarly, we can specify negative indexes as well. Like you consider starting from this O. What is the index of O? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, starting from 4, I wanted to display up to 7, up to let us say 6. Then what will be printed? 4 to 6 means what will be printed? What will be the output?
OME, sir.
Check once.
OM. OM.
OM. Yeah, OM. Okay, 6 will not be included. That's what we have said. Okay. 4 to 6 means 4 and 5 only will be included. 6 will not be included. Okay. Next, for the same output OM, what we can use alternatively instead of 4 to 6, can we specify any other indexes?
Sir, -2 to -4, sir.
-2 to -4.
-2 to -4. What does it mean? -2 in the sense? -2 in the sense? -2 is M. Okay. -4. -4 is C, but we according to our understanding, -4 will not be included. Okay, fine. But as we have discussed, 4 to 6 is 4. Starting from 4, it will print up to 6 minus 1. 0 to 3 in the sense starting from 0 up to 3 minus 1, it will print. Similarly, here also where it has to start according to the given instruction -2 to 4 in the sense -2. here it will start, it has to go right. Okay, -2 onwards, where it has to go. Our intention is to print these two. So from where it has to start?
-3 to -1.
Yeah, -3 we have to start. Yeah, at -3 we have to start. Up to -3 we have to print. -2 we have to print. -1 we need not.
Yeah.
So if you specify here -1, then it will print -3 -1. What is -3 character?
Oh.
O. -2 character is M. Then -1 it will not include. That's what you have to understand. Got it? This is clear, right? Right? Any doubts? Okay. Now consider, we have seen several functions related to this. So how many characters we are having in this string, we wanted to know. Then we can use the function called length, len. Then what we have to use? Len of whatever the string that we wanted to calculate, for which we have to calculate the length that we can specify. Length of string. So what it will give? Length of string in this example? Length of string. 7. Yeah. Similarly, there exist several other functions which are related to string, like suppose we are having welcome where W is in uppercase, remaining all are in small case. Okay, that entire thing, if you wanted to turn it into uppercase, okay, then we can use string dot upper. This is the function string dot upper, so that it will convert this entire string into capital letters. Like we will be getting like this. Okay. Similarly, we are having on contrast, we are having lower function, that is str dot lower. Then entire string will be, all the characters in string will be lower. Okay. W will consider will also be what you call converted as lowercase. Got it? Upper, lower are the two functions. Whenever we call those functions, automatically it will convert the given string into uppercase, the given string into lowercase appropriately. Okay. Yeah. Next, we are having one interesting thing, like let us say one string is there, str equal to okay, this is the string. We wanted to make this particular string into different words. Okay, how many words we are having in this string? Yeah, how many words we are having in this string?
4.
Yeah, 4 words. Those 4 words we wanted to make it as separate, like first word, second word, third word, like that. So how we can separate? How we could able to say 4 words exist? Based upon what you have calculated a number of words? Based upon
space.
Space. So if you wanted to divide this particular string into different words based upon space, then we are having a function called split. And then we have to specify based upon what we wanted to divide. Okay, split is the function. So str is the name of this string, str dot split of space, in the sense it will divide and it will print one by one vertical. It will consider everything as a separate word. I will be 1, this will be 1, this will be 1, like this. We will be getting 4 individual words instead of a string altogether. Okay, and we have seen several examples related to strings in the last 2 classes. What was the example we have seen? Yeah, we have seen assignment membership operators, right? In and what are the membership operators? Not in. For example, we are having a string like this. I love my India. In this particular one, whether India is present or not, we have to check. Okay, what thing we have taken in the specified word is present or not, specified letter is present or not, we can check by using the membership operator called in. For example, I wanted to check like India in str. Okay, let us say this is if condition. So if this particular one, then we wanted to print like print yes, otherwise no. That means else no. This we have seen, right? This kind of thing. Yes or no? In operator, in not in. Not in will give true value whenever that particular specified string or character is not present in the given string. Okay, not in will work in opposite to the in membership operator. Okay, next, this is about string, and then we will be considering another one like just a second. Yeah. So as of now, we have seen string, and this string will be stored with some cells, and cells we will be having like one by one cells will be having, and the index of the cell will start from 0. Okay, first index starts from 0 up to n minus 1 if the length of the string is n. This is what we have seen. Similar to that, if we are having list of words, let us say, if you are having collection of words or collection of elements, collection of numbers, collection of letters, some collection if you have, try to understand my point. We are having, when we have collection of characters, then we will consider it as a string and we can store directly as a string. This is clear to you. Now I am saying collection of words I am having. Instead of a collection of letters, I am saying collection of words. This is one thing. Collection of elements. Elements can be A, B, C or A, B, B, C, C, D, like that. Any elements, even numbers also you can consider 1, 2, 3. These are collection of elements. Even 1.3, 1.7, 8.1, 9.7. These all are elements. Okay, collection of elements or collection of names or collection of words, collection of letters. All these together, we wanted to make it as a collection. Then we can use a concept called list. I am repeating once again, try to understand. We are having collection of some objects, collection of some objects. Those objects can be strings. Those objects can be characters. Those objects can be elements. Elements in the sense numerical elements. Those objects can be other objects. Like this, we can have some collection. Then we can make use of collection type called list. Okay, collection type called list. In this particular list, suppose let us say we are having L1 as the list. Okay, L1 as the list. In this one, we can have several vertical elements or items, and we will enclose in square brackets. Those things we will enclose in square brackets. Let us say we are having elements like 1, 2, 5, 10, like this we are having. This we can enclose in square brackets. Okay, square brackets, then it will be considered as a list. L1 is a kind of list. Similarly, we can have another list. Again, what we have to use? Square brackets. And here we can have some characters. A, B, like this. We can have some characters as a collection of characters. We can have a list. So L1 is a list, L2 is a list, where L1 in L1 we are having what? We are having numbers. L2 we are having characters. Like this L3 we can have some strings. Okay. Now how we can access individual element? We are having in L1 how many elements we are having? In L1, yeah, 4 elements we are having. And as we are saying, this is also a kind of cell representation only. So here also first cell index will be 0, second cell index will be 1, third cell index will be 2, like this. So 4 elements if we have in a list, it will start from 0 up to 4 elements we are having. What will be the last index?
5.
4 elements we are having.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, 3 elements. 3 will be the last index. 0, 1, 2, 3. So like this we can consider 1, 2, 5, 10, and this will be stored at index 0, and this will be stored at the index 1. This is at 2, this is at 3. So like this we will be having list. Similarly here A, B, C, A, B, E, if you consider, what will be the indexes? A, B, E, 0, 1, 2. Like this we will be having. Now we wanted to access one particular element. Then how we can access? By using index directly. Suppose if I specify L1 of 2, what will be printed? L1 of 5. Yeah, 5 will be printed. Similarly, L2 of 1.
B.
Yeah, B. L2 of 1 will be. Like this we can use index in order to access individual element in a list. Okay. Next, as whatever the indexing we have used in strings, same kind of thing applicable here. Okay. Next, one major property in string, of course in string also you can consider in the same way. Here also you can observe, that is order is very, very important in this. Whatever the elements we are having, 1, 2, 5, 10, 1, 2, 5, 10, this order is important. Like L1 of 2, in the sense 5 only should come. Okay, I will give you an example. Let us say we are having L1 as, in the same way, L1 as 1, 2, 5, 10 only. L2 as 10, 5, 1, 2. Okay, this is L2. Now, what are the elements that we have in L1, 1, 2, 5, 10? What are the elements that we have in L2, 1, 2, 5, 10? Same elements we are having. But can we consider L1 and L2 as same? Can we consider L1 and L2 as same? That depends upon the type of the data, whether order is important or not. You remember, whenever we specify in square brackets or in generalized way, yeah, before saying this, I will give one example. Let us say we are having 1, 3, 4. What is this? A? What is this A? Ma? By saying, you could say, what is this A? What is the notation? A is a set. Do you know it? A is a set. Set we will denote by using curly braces, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now A is one set, B is another set. Now, if we have C with the elements like now A and C are equal or not? A contains 1, 3, 4 as elements. C contains 3, 4, 1 as elements. A and C are Equal or not?
Equal, sir.
Equal. So what does it mean? Whatever the order we are having 1, 3, 4, that is immaterial here. Okay, there is no ordering exist in A or C. Okay, even in B also. How we are specifying? That is by enclosing in curly braces. We are indicating that it has the set. So set will contain some collection of elements. That's it. Okay, we will not be having any ordering. First element can be 3, first element can be 4, first element can be 1. So A and C are same. Whereas here L1 and L2 list we are saying as ordered. Okay, ordered collection of, just I am improving the definition. Ordered collection of data we can say as list. Okay, earlier we have started with this collection of data. That data can be elements, that data can be string, that data can be some objects, the collection, and those should be in some order. So whatever the order we are having, that is distinct. Like L2 is L2 is different from L1. Whereas here when we specify anything in curly braces, order is immaterial. So A is indifferent from C. A and C are same, isn't it? So now list is nothing but ordered collection of data. Is it clear so far? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, yeah, as we have discussed, we will be having for list also indexes. So we can access from 0 onwards. We will be having n minus 1. Now, as we have seen with respect to the strings, we can calculate the length of the list by using length function itself. Sorry, this is in small letters. Length of L1. Then what it will give? Length of L1 means length of L1. How many elements we are having in L1? That will be given. So length of L1 in this particular example,
4.
like that we will be getting the length. Next, whether it is editable or not, whatever the list elements that we are having, like 1 to 5, 10 are the elements that we have in L1. Okay, L1 of 2 means we will be getting 5. L1 of 3 means 10 we will be getting. Now I wanted to insert there, like I wanted to have L1 like this. L1 is equal to yeah 1, 2, 3, 10. Then what is the element that we wanted to change? 5. Okay. What is the index of it?
2.
2. So by using that index, we have to change. It is changeable. That is what you have to observe here. So L1 of, what is the index that where we wanted to keep 3?
2.
2. So L1 of 2 is equal to 3. So that that 5 will be replaced with 3 and the list will be as below. Okay, like this. We could able to observe here whatever the list that we are having, that can be modifiable. So ordered, first of all, it is a collection of data and it is ordered, and that can be modifiable as well. Okay, or changeable as well. So what is meant by list? Now you tell. It's a definition how we can frame. It is a collection of data, ordered collection of data that is changeable, that we call it as list. In the list, we will be having indexes. Index starts from 0 up to n minus 1, and we can calculate the length of the string by using length function, and we can access the individual elements of the list by using the index, and we can modify the list as well by specifying the index. Okay, next let us consider same list. L1 is equal to 1, 2, 5, 10. We are having like this. Let us some more elements let me add. Yeah. Now, is L1 valid or not? By seeing the elements of L1, you please tell. We are having L1 as 1, 2, 5, 10, 12, 65, 74, 95, 2. Now, what is the doubt that you are getting? Whether 2 is allowed second time or not, isn't it? So 2 has come twice. You consider the previous one. We are having A as the set. Now, A is containing the elements like this. Is it possible? A is equal to 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Can we have duplicates?
Yes, we can.
In set, can we have duplicates?
Yes, sir.
In set, if we have duplicates, automatically it will be considered as same. So there is no significance to have duplicates in set. Okay. In general, we can say sets will not have duplicate elements. Why? Because there is no significance at all. Whether that element present one time or 10 times or 100 times, it is immaterial to us. Why? Because set, the intuition is different. You might be knowing the term called Venn diagram, right? In Venn diagram, set we will denote with in Venn diagram, set we will denote with a circle, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Do you know it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That circle, in the circle, these all elements we will denote with the points. Okay, these points, if one point is present, that point will be inside that circle. That's what our intention. If that particular point, or if that particular element present more than one time, how many times we can denote in Venn diagram? We cannot denote more than one time. That's why we will not be having any duplicates in a set. Okay, 100 times if you have also, we cannot have that significance in the set. Whereas in this particular list, can we have, now the question is, can we have more than one or not? This is the question. In the list, can we have more than one? In set, we cannot have. Okay, that why we have seen some justification. But now list, can we have duplicate elements in list or not?
Yes, I think.
Yes, we can have. Why? Because we could able to differentiate this. What is the index of this one? First index. What is the index of this?
0.
Yeah, this is 0. Next, this is 1, 2, 3. Like this, we will be having some index for every element. Okay, 6, then 7. What is the index of? What is the element at 8th index?
2.
2. What is the index of 10?
3.
Yeah. So now here, if you consider this 2 is different from this 2. Why? Because we could able to give some justification that this element is different from other element. As we don't have any significance, why we are not having any significance in set is we are not having any indexes. So we cannot differentiate whether this 2, whether you consider here A, how we can differentiate these 2 and these 2 are different? We cannot differentiate. Why? Because there is no ordering in set. Whereas in list we are having ordering. So this 2 is at index 1, this 2 is at index 8. Like that we could able to differentiate. That's why we can have duplicate elements in list. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. In list, whatever the list we have seen so far, this is one type of list where we are having only integers or numerical data. Here we are having characters. As we have discussed with respect to the definition, it is a collection of data. The data can be of elements or numerical elements. This data can be some other objects. Data can be strings. Data can be characters as well. That means how we understand this one is, we no need to have single type of data only in list. We can have combination as well. Like 1 to 5, 10 we can have. And apart from that, we can have ABE also as part of one list itself. Like we are having L1 as 1 to 5, 10, so on like this. And in addition to that, we are having these characters as well. So now what you have to understand is these elements will be deferred by using indexes. That's it. So we can have multiple types of data as well. Even in the combination also we can have, like not only integers followed by characters, we can have combination as well. Yeah, like 1 comma a, 2 comma b, like that we can have some combination as well. In any order we can have, whatever the order we have, that is important. That's it. The point here is, this is a collection of data. This data can be numerical data. This data can be string or character or objects. So we can have combination as well. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, as we have seen with respect to strings, this L1 also, this list also, we could able to access by using index. Whenever we say index in Python, this is almost generalized one. This can be applicable almost everywhere. Like whenever you have index, automatically negative index will be there. I am repeating once again. If index is there, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, automatically negative index also will be supported in Python. So whenever we say L1 of 0, first element will be given. L1 of 11 means last element will be given. Other way is L1 of minus 1. L1 of minus 1 means last element we will be getting. Got it? Yes. L1 of 11 in the sense last element, that is at 11th index, whatever the element we are having, that we will get. L1 of minus 1 in the sense from the right it will count, so last element we will be getting. So this is applicable in lists as well. Next, we have seen with respect to strings, we have seen range, like str of 2 to 5. What will be the characters that will be printed? String of 2 to 5. Then index 2, index 3, index 4 characters will be printed. 2, 3, 4 will be printed. Similar to that, here list also, list of 2 to 5. What will be the output, ma, in this example? List of 2 to 5.
5, 10, 12.
Yeah, it will start from second index, that is 5, then 10,
12.
12. So 2, 3, 4 index values will be printed. Similar to that, here also negative indexes we can use, as we have seen with respect to string. So L1 of same characters, if you wanted to print by using negative index, how we can say? Same characters, 5 same elements, not characters. 5, 10, 12 we wanted to print. Just you count from right, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, like that.
Minus 10 to minus 7.
10 to
minus 7.
Is it correct? Yeah, it may go up to minus 8. So 3 characters, minus 10, minus 9, minus 8. Yeah. So this will also give 5, 10, 12. Okay. Next, this now try to understand the previous one, that is L1 of 2 to 5. Okay. This, in this only there is one important thing called we wanted to print instead of 5, 10, 12, we wanted to print in such a way that all the characters we wanted to print. That is, we have to start from 0 up to 12. Can we give minus? Just you note down this. Can we give minus 1 here? 0 to minus 1.
Yeah, we can.
That is it. You please, have you installed Python? I have shown you 2 days back, 2 classes back, how to
Sir.
download and install. Please install and practice whatever we have. Some, some things I may tell what you call wrong intentionally or unknowingly or unintentionally. So you please check by executing and confirm. Please have a note of all the things. Then only you will get confidence. So L1 of 0. One thing is you are saying 12. So now we will be getting all the elements. That means how it will be performed is I will be saying try to understand 0 to 12. 0 will be printed. Then next one 2. Next 5, next 10, next 12, 65. Like this, one by one, it will be printed. Okay. This is already known to you. Now you consider we are having the requirement that we have to start from 0 only. We have to go up to the last end of the list. But I wanted to print. Okay. We wanted to start from 0 and we have to print up to end of the list. But what is our requirement is we wanted to print element alternative elements like 1 we will print, then 5 we will print, then 12 we will print, next 74. Like this, every time whatever the step that we are taking, that should be 2. By default, try to understand here. By default, if you specify 2 to 5, then 2, 3, 4 will be part of this. Similar to that, 0 to 12, if you specify 0, 1, 2, 3, so on up to 11 will be considered and those elements will be printed. Okay. But instead of that, if you wanted to take other than one step, okay, if you specify one or without specifying anything, it will consider as one only. But other than one, if you wanted to take step like 2 elements for every alternative element you wanted to print, then we can specify here third thing, that is a step. In addition to starting index and end index plus 1, what we have to specify? Step. This is the step. So starting from 0, what it will print? 0 it will print. Next, 0 in the sense, what is the element? 1 it will print. Next,
5.
5. Why? Because the step we have given is 2. So 0 plus 2. 0 plus 2 it will consider. Next 12. Now we are at which index? 12 in the sense we are at 4th index. Next 4 plus 2, 6. So 74 will be printed. Next we are at 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 means what is the element? 2. 2 will be printed. 8 plus 2, 10. So 10 will be printed. 10 in the sense what is the element? B. B will be printed. Next 10 plus 2, 12. Then it will stop. Why? Because that 12 is greater than 11. It should be what is the condition? Whatever the index that we are considering, that should be less than 12. That is what the requirement. So that is less than 12 only, up to 10. So it will print. After adding that step to the current one, it will consider whether it is less than 12 or not. Got it? Now you consider, now you tell the answer L1 of. What will be the answer? L1 of 3292. Yes, what will be the answer, ma? It will start from which index?
3.
Yeah, it will start from 3. Next, 3 index, the third index. So it will print 10.
10.
Next,
65.
3 plus 2. Try to understand the operation. Just
65.
3 plus 2.
5th
5.
index.
So 65. 329. Okay. So 65 will be printed. Next,
25. 7th index.
7th index, that is 95. Then 7 plus 2. What will be printed?
A.
There,
No, sir. That's it.
9. We are at 7. 7 plus 2, it will perform 9. 9 should be less than 9. Then only it will print. Whatever the index we calculated, that should be less than 9. Then only it will print. But 9 is not less than 9. So it will not print. And it will stop there. Got it? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Consider earlier example. 0, 10, 2. Then 0 will be printed. Then it will go to 2. 0 plus 2. That will 2. 2 is less than 10. So it will print. Next, 2 plus 2. 4. 4 is less than 10. So it will print. 4 plus 2. 6. 6 is less than 10. So it will print. Next, 6 plus 2. 8. 8 is less than 10. So it will print. Next, 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 is not less than 10. So it will not print that value. Got it? If you give 0 to 10, 2 as the step, then it will not print this B. Okay. So this is about what you call giving the range with the step as well. Okay. By considering this particular one, any doubts, ma? Shall I need to repeat once?
No, sir.
Okay. Now you consider this same thing. How we can write by using step? Same L1 of 2 to 5 we wanted to print. By using step, how we can write? L1 of 2, 5 by using step, that is third parameter. Third value also we should provide. We wanted to print 5, 10, 12 only by using third index as well. Yeah. 2, 5. We have to start from 2. We have to go to the next one.
0.
Next one. 0 if you give, then it will not increment. The step we have to take, right? After 2, we have to go to 3. So step should be
1, sir.
One, sir.
should be 1. So earlier we haven't specified anything. As we have discussed, by default it will be considered as 1. If you don't specify anything also, it will be considered as 1. If you wanted to specify, you can specify 1. Or other than 1 also you can specify. Whatever the requirement. Based upon the requirement, you can specify this step. By default, the value of the step is 1. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, let us consider we are having this particular list. Try to answer this question. We are having the list like this. I wanted to print entire list. So what we can give? 0 to 0 to
12, sir.
yeah, 0 to 12 we could able. We wanted to get the entire list, but we wanted to get in reverse order. That means we wanted to print first E, then B, then A, then 12, 2, 95, 74 like this. In reverse order, we have to print. Then what we should do? Did you get the point? Whatever the list elements we are having, that particular list we wanted to print in reverse order.
Minus 12 to minus 1.
Minus
Minus-
1 to 12 to minus 1.
Minus 12 to
Minus 1.
correct. Minus 12 to minus 1. Is it correct? Minus 12 to minus 1.
Sir, it will be printed in the same order, no, sir?
12 to minus 1 means the same as 0 to 11. 0 to 12. From where we have to start, that you tell first.
Sir, minus 1.
Yeah, we have to start at minus 1. That's first. And next, or we have to start at 11. This is the clue actually. We have to start at 11. Now you can apply. Try ma.
12.
11 of 11. 11 onwards. We have to go to the
To minus 1.
You have to go to
Minus 1.
one more time. Minus one index means the same, right?
Yeah.
11 only minus 1. But what is the
Sir, we have to go to 0 or minus 12, sir.
Minus 12, I think.
minus 12? Actually, the functionality of the range, as we have seen in the last class with respect to strings as well, string of I to j. What does it mean? I will be included. I to j minus 1, it will print. Similar to that, here even though if we specify 11 to minus 12, then it will try to go in towards right only, isn't it? Why? Because by default the step size is 1. By default the step size is 1. 2, 5, 1 we have specified here, right? If you don't specify any step also, it will consider as 2, 3, 4 only. Similar to that, here also if you specify 11 and minus 12, then it will, although 11 is here, minus 12 he is here, it will not go in reverse order. Why? Because by default the step size is 1 itself. So it will try to go right side only. What is our requirement? We wanted to make these two traverse in reverse order. So at 11 we will start. Okay, at 11 we will start up to some extent. Okay, let us give some space here. Then what should be the step? Now you tell.
Sir, 1.
What is the step?
1, sir.
Minus 1.
Minus 1. 1 it's already there. 1 if you have, then automatically it will go to right. But it has to come to left. So we have to specify minus 1. Okay, step you have to apply whatever we have discussed. 1 if you specify, it will go 1 step every time to the right. If you specify 2 steps every time to the right. If you specify minus 1, then it will go 1 step towards left. That's it. As we have considered with respect to indexes, here also minus 1 if you specify as the step, it will consider in reverse order. In the same way, if you wanted to print E, try to see the list. E I wanted to print, then A, then 95, then 65, then 10, then 2. Then how we have to do? We have to we have to start at 11 up to the beginning of the list, but we have to move in reverse order alternatively, that is minus 2. So step importance, I think you might have got it, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, that we are having membership functions in and not in what you call list as well. Suppose whether 1 is present in list or not, we have to check. Then 1 in L1, whether it is true or not, we could able to check. That is, if 1 in L1, if it is present, then we could able to say 1 is present in the given list. Present, otherwise not present. Like that, we could able to check and use this operator called in. If in, similarly, if not in. Okay, I hope you know what is the functionality of in and not in. That's why I'm not going in detail about this. Is it clear? Next, yeah, any doubts so far? Yeah, any doubt, ma?
No, sir. No, sir.
Next, initially we have seen like a list we are having and a list of 2, L1 of 2, in the sense we will be getting the third element. L1 of 1 means the second element will be getting. Next, we can assign one value by using the index L1 of 2. Earlier L1 of 2 was 2, but L1 of 2 we are L1 of 2 was 5, that we wanted to modify as 3. So directly L1 of 2 is equal to 3. Like that we could able to specify, we could able to assign. Okay, now similar kind of thing we could able to assign by using range. Like we are having the list like this, L1 is equal to 1 2 5 10 so on. We are having 12 elements in this L1, and we wanted to change some 4 elements or 3 elements, 3, 4, 5 indexes, we wanted to change it as 11, 15, 25. Try to understand. Starting from 3, 4, 5. Okay, starting from 3, L1 of L1 of 3 to 5. 3 to 5. What does it mean? Sorry, L1 of 3 to 6 means what are the elements that we are referring? L1 of 3 to 6 in the sense what are the elements we are referring?
10, 12, 65.
10, 12, 65.
Those 3 elements we wanted to modify by assigning some other values. Then we can specify here L1 of 3 to 6 as and changing the elements as 11, 25, 35, let us say. Okay, so those 3 elements will be replaced with 11, 25, 35. Like this, we could able to assign, we could able to modify some range of indexes, some range of elements as well by specifying like this. L1 of 3 to 6 in the sense 3, 4, 5 elements we are referring. Those 3 elements we are assigning with 11, 25, 35. Is it clear? Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
L1 of 3 to 5 as 11, 25, 35 and 45 as well. Let us say I have given like this. How many elements we are referring in L1? In L1, how many elements we are referring? 3 to 6 in the sense 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Total 3 elements only we are referring. But how many elements we are assigning? 4
4.
elements. So we will think that how we can assign 4 elements in 3 slots. But what it will do is whatever the slots we have given in that particular slot, those elements will be replaced by this particular list. That means 3, 4, 5. Those 3 elements will be replaced by these 4 elements. So 3, 4, 5 indexes will be replaced by 11, 25, 35. And then sixth index will be filled with 45. Remaining list 74 onwards. Already sixth index we are having 74, right? That will be automatically displaced. Remaining all elements will be displaced. So the list will contain 1, 2, 5, 11, 25, 35, 45. Then 74 onwards we will be having. What will be the index of 74 after performing this operation?
7.
7.
7. Like that it will be displaced. Okay. Even though the whatever the range we have given, that is not matching with the length of the list that we are assigning, then it will automatically displace. Okay. On the other hand, suppose we are having like this 3 to 6. How many elements we are referring? 3, 4, 5. That means 3 elements we are referring. But how many elements we are assigning? Only 2 elements. So automatically it will displace the remaining elements. So what will be the index of 74 after performing this?
5.
5.
5. Yeah. Like that we could able to assign by using range as well. Okay. Next, so for example, this is fine. We wanted to insert a specified index. I don't want to replace any element. If you assign like this, it will replace definitely. Depending upon the length, it will displace either this side or that side. Okay, fine. But I wanted to assign. Okay, I wanted to insert an element at 5th index position directly. But I don't want to lose that 65. That is whatever the element exists at 5th index. I don't want to lose. I wanted to keep that 65. But at 5th index position, I wanted to have 85. Got it? Suppose if I assign directly L1 of 65, that means L1 of 5 as 85. Then what will be done? That 65 will be replaced by 85. But what is our requirement? What is our requirement?
We want both 65 and 85, sir.
Yeah. So for that we will be using insert function. Insert is one function which is used to insert at a specified index position. That means insert of then index, that is 5, and what is the element that we wanted to insert. Where we wanted to insert L1. So L1 dot insert of 5 comma 85. So at fifth index of the list 1, it will be 85 will be assigned. So 65, all those will be displaced automatically. Got it? This is insert function. Yes, any doubts? Yeah. Next, suppose we are having already list with 12 elements as we have specified here, L1, 1 to 0 to 11 we are having. So total 12 elements we are having in L1. I wanted to insert another element at the end. Okay, in general, what we can specify? I wanted to insert, let us say 95. Then L1 dot insert of 12 comma
95, sir.
Now, if you consider how many parameters we are passing, 2 parameters, 12 and 95. Although this, we know that we wanted to add at the end only, we have to specify here the index. Instead of that, there is one flexibility that L1 dot append is the one function. Okay, there we can specify directly the element that we wanted to add. So it will be added at the end by default. Here we no need to specify any index. Did we use this append earlier? Append.
Sir.
Yes, with respect to strings we have seen, right? S1 dot append of S2. In the sense, S2 string will be appended to S1. Okay, S1 value will be appended with S2. Similarly, here L1 dot append of 95. In the sense, 95 will be appended to the value of L1. So append is that function which is used to add element at the end of the list. Okay. Next, we are having let us consider one last example before stopping. We wanted to print, let us say, all the elements of the list. We wanted to print all the elements of the list. We are having the list like this. All the elements in the sense by using index range index, we could able to display. What is the thing we have to use? 0 to
12, sir.
0 to 12. Then we will be getting. But my requirement is like every time we wanted to print next element as well. Next element is, then we wanted to print the element. Like next element is 1. Again, next element is 2. Like this, so we wanted to print some pattern. Some operation we have. Next element is 2. Next element is 5. Like this, we have to get for every element. Okay. One way is to print by using index. We know that first value will be at 0. So L1 of 0. So next element is we will be putting. So print. Try to understand. Print is the function we will be using. Next element is, we can specify in double quotes, right? We can specify in double quotes this particular one. Element is this. Then we can print it. L1 of L1 of. Next, similar to that, again we can use print. Next element is L1 of 1. Next, print. Next element is L1 of 2. Like this, we can use all the indexes, like up to 11, 0 to 11, all the elements we can use. Instead, if you observe here, what is the statement that we are changing? Where we are changing this, but in all these statements?
So only inside the brackets, sir. Inside the square brackets.
Yeah, only the index we are changing. let us consider first time we are using 0, next time we are using 1, next time we are using 2, like this. Let us consider the name of the index as I. Let us give some name to the index. Then what should be the I value? I value should start from
0,
0 up to
12,
12. 12.
11, right?
11.
So every time how we are changing I value we are changing as I plus 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Every time we are changing I value as I plus 1. This kind of thing we have discussed in initial classes, flowchart algorithms. So at that time we have seen I is equal to 0 to 11, and every time we are changing I value as I plus 1. So what we could do is I is equal to 0 we will start, and whenever I value is less than 12, if I value is less than 12, then we will be printing. We could able to access the index like this. Okay, that is the next element is L1 of I. Then we will be printing. What should be the I value? After printing, I value should be
less than 12.
I value is less than 12. Okay, I value is 0, and now I value is less than 12. So it will print. Let us consider this as if I is less than 12, then we will be printing. Then after printing, we should go to the next one, isn't it? After printing, we should go to the next one. So how we can go to the next element?
I
I
plus
plus
1.
1.
I plus 1.
I plus 1. I equals to I plus 1.
I equal to I plus 1 we will do that, we have to assign to I value. So I is equal to I plus 1. Next, again we should check. Again, we shall we need to start at 0? Shall we need to start at 0, or we should continue from 1?
To start.
Yes. If you start at 0, then what will happen? Again it will print 0th element. Again it will print 0th element. But what is our requirement? 0th element we have to print, then first element, then second element, like that. So we should start from here again. Okay, this process we have to repeat until this particular condition has failed. Whenever this condition is true, we have to repeat. So for that we are having a loop called while. Okay, we have introduced to the loop called for in the last class. For was the loop. Instead of loop, we have used the word called for, and we have used some syntax for for. Similarly, here while is one loop kind of thing. While some condition is there, whenever this condition is true, what are the statements that we have to execute, that we have included by giving the indentation. So it will be repeated. While I less than 12. First time, is it true or not? First time.
True.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I value will be incremented. So I becomes 1. Again it will be checked. This condition will be checked. Again second time also it is true. So it will print. Again I will be incremented. So I value becomes 2. Again this condition is true. Then it will print. Next I value will be incremented. Again this condition will be checked. Like that up to 11 it will consider. After printing 11th element, that means index 11 element, it will increment I value becomes 12, then I less than 12, that means 12 less than 12. So it will 12 less than 12, it will be true or false?
False.
False.
Like this we could able to print the given list of elements by using while loop. Now same thing you wanted to print in reverse order. How we could do? In reverse order, one by one we have to access from the last. Can you update it? Yes, please tell me.
Sir, take I is equal to 11, sir.
Yeah, we have to start from 11. So I is equal to 11. Then
And then I equal to, we'll take -1, sir. I minus 1.
I minus, okay, I is equal to I minus 1. Every time
I
we
minus 1.
go one,
And the value of I should be more than
hmm,
more than minus 1, sir.
one more time. More than,
Minus 1, I guess.
okay, yeah, more than minus 1, it's fine. Any other, in other way, we can say if I is 0, can we need to continue or not? If I is 0, shall we need to continue?
No,
Yes.
sir.
0 means we have to
No,
print
we have no.
element.
1.
We can't continue.
2 0 means can we need to print or not? If I value
Yes,
is 0, can we need to
sir.
print
Need
that
to print,
print?
sir.
We have
Yeah.
to print it.
If I is less than 0, then we should stop. So if I is greater than 0, definitely we have to continue. If I is equal to 0,
We have to print.
we have to print. That means we have to continue. If I is less than 0, then only we have to stop. So when this condition will be failed? When this condition will be failed?
When the value of I will be
Less than 0.
less than 0.
Then 0. So that's what our requirement, right? We have to print in reverse order. So we'll start from 11. We will print because the condition is true. 11 is greater than 0. So condition is true. We will print. Next, I value we are changing to 10. Again, it will be true and it will print. Next, 9, it will print. Up to 1, it will print. Next, 0, it will print. After 0, I value becomes minus 1. Then condition will be false. Then it will be stopped. Okay. This is while loop. Is it clear till this point? Today we have seen what is bundle list and how we can access, what is the range specification, what is the speciality that we have in significance that we have in list is order, and we can able to change the what you call, we can able to change the content of the list, and we could able to use append function in order to add the element at the end. We could able to use insert function if you wanted to insert in the middle, like that we can use. And one more function which is related, that is the remove function. Remove is to remove one element. Let us say I wanted to remove A from that list, then I can use remove. L1 dot remove, then that particular element will be removed. Okay. So now, so far we have seen how to add, how to delete, that means how to remove, and how can insert into the list, and how we can access those all by using the range. In the range we have seen step, and in the step we have seen negative what you call indexing, all those things we have seen. Okay. And you are having exam on, yes, you are having exam on test 1 on 9th, right?
So
Yes,
in
sir.
timetable it is 8, but it is updated to 9, I think.
Yeah, actually in the given timetable it's 9th only. uh, Announcement was wrong, so that might have updated, I think. Yeah. And we are left with
8 only is sir.
exam is 9th for D section. B and D section exam is on 9th. Okay. Do you have any other exam on that day?
We have
No, sir.
classes.
Okay, classes are there. Yes.
Can you
On
apply
that
handout? Can you share handout?
handout, it's uploaded in LMS, no?
No, sir, it is not uploaded.
Oh, sorry. Okay, after this class, immediately I will share it in WhatsApp group. Actually, we are having one or two topics which I have to discuss. Remaining things, some theory like a history of Python, need of Python programming applications, these kind of things you prepare from internet, because that is like a history. When Python has introduced, what are the applications, what are the things that we can use, we can do by using Python. These are things you read yourself. I hope for that you don't require explanation. Yes. Anyone require explanation for those topics?
Sir, I wanted to ask if the exam will be MCQ type, sir.
Yeah, MCQs.
How many questions, sir?
Questions will be 30 questions. 30 questions, 25 minutes. Okay.
30 questions, 25 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and you please remember MCQs in the sense it will not be like a radio button. If you select one, automatically remaining three you cannot select. It's not like that. You can select all four as well. You can select any two, any three, any one. Even though answer is single, what you call question is having single answer, you will be getting option to choose more than one. So if you are sure, then only you could able to answer. You please keep that one in mind. I hope you understand. Yes. Suppose for one particular question, even though you know the answer, correct answer, you should be sure that that is the only answer possible. Then only you could able to answer correctly. If you you can put, there is an facility that you can put more than one, then automatically marks will be detected for the wrongly chosen one. So please keep this one in mind. And before the I think for syllabus to complete, we need one more or two more classes. On that day we will discuss some topics, but tomorrow shall we have at some time? Yes. Yes, please respond now.
Sir, we don't have.
Tomorrow shall we have some class?
Yeah, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have any classes.
Can I-
Okay.
We can have
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Half an hour.
What time, sir?
Yeah. Will be in the morning session only. Afternoon, I don't know. Right? Morning session only around 11 o'clock. I will put. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma. You please enter your roll number and can leave. Thank you.